We're back with Chloe the Basenji and her owner Christine.
Now, Christine, we've popped the cover on Chloe. Do Basenjis generally feel the cold?
Yes, they do. Coming from Central Africa, it's a whole lot warmer over there, so they need the warmth here.
Fair enough. And they're also been known as the cat in a dog's body. Why is that?
Mostly for their independence, and they also like to follow the warm spots around the house and lie in front of the fire.
Nothing wrong with that. Now, I've noticed that even though it's a very wet day, Chloe doesn't smell at all, and she doesn't bark, so a perfect household pet.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Well, recently I had an animal encounter with a bit of a difference. I did a post-mortem at Maxi University at the veterinary school. Now, be warned, it is a little bit gory. I'm doing something a little bit different today. I'm outside the post-mortem theatre at Maxi University in Palmerston North. Here they examine dead animals to ascertain the cause of death. It's also used as a teaching facility for veterinarian students, learning about anatomy and causes of disease.
See there, it has nodules on it. There's numerous...
It can be a bit smelly and a bit gross, but I think I'm up to it. So I'm going to go and get scrubbed up and get my gummies on. Recently, 12 kiwi chicks were found dead in a predator-free creche, and one of the bodies was sent to the post-mortem department to find out how or why they died. So I'm with Dr. Brett Gartrell. He's a lecturer here at Maxi University, as well as one of the leading avian vets in New Zealand. So he's a busy man. So what do we got here, Brett?
Well, this is one of the little kiwis that was in a creche up at Warrenhep, and there was a storm event and the tree fell down on the fence, and we think as a result of this, some kind of predator has got into the enclosure. And so 12 kiwi bodies have been found of the little juvenile kiwi.
So what are the main reasons for performing a post-mortem?
The most common reason people send them to us is to find out exactly the cause of death. But the cause of death in this case is fairly obvious. We do know it's a predator attack by the injuries on the back of the neck here. What we're going to try and do is work out exactly what type of predator it was.
Yep.
So you can see the bruising and bleeding down the neck and the loss of the feathers here. And in particular, you can see the teeth marks starting to come in here. What we're trying to do is actually get a full bite mark, or at best, even if we can get 2 incisors, then we can get an idea of the size of the mouth of the animal that bit it. Okay, so we can see a really good bite mark, and it looks like he's actually broken the neck at this area. So something's grabbed him here, he's climbed on, tried to struggle, and in the process the neck's been broken and you've got bleeding under the neck. Going for the back of the neck is something fairly commonly associated with mustelids, such as the ferrets or the stoats, and in smaller animals, the weasel as well. I might just take a measurement across here that's not perfect in terms of the incisor marks, but it still gives us a good starting point, I think. If we're saying it's somewhere between 18 to 20 millimetres, that's in the ferret region rather than the stoat region. So I'll open this up, get a bit of a look, and it also allows us to look at the skin from underneath, and that's sometimes a much better way of finding the tooth marks than you can do on this side.
So yeah, there's quite a lot of damage under there.
Yeah, indeed. The muscles are torn, the neck is broken, and he's bled out of his jugular vein. It's probably a ferret, but it would be nice to confirm it, and we can either do that through the teeth marks or through the DNA.
So now you're going to cut it open and see what else you can gain in terms of knowledge about the bird and how it was living and that sort of thing.
Yeah, there are going to be some maggots inside. The body will have started to break down a bit.
Yeah, I can kind of figure that already from
there's a bit of an
sense of smell. Yeah.
But it's a little bit frozen still, so that will cut down on the smell.
Good.
So the reason to go in further is so that we can try and pick up if there's any underlying disease, whether he's got any parasites on board, and even just to find out what sex the bird was, which is important information for the managers of the kiwi creches.
So what have we got?
It's actually a boy, and he looks quite healthy otherwise.
So I guess there's one consolation in that the kiwi didn't lose its life completely in vain, because you can get valuable information from it.
Yes, yeah, this is, even though it's a dead kiwi, it's a very precious kiwi because we can still learn something from the body.
Sure. Well, although that wasn't the most pleasant of encounters I've ever done, it really was interesting to find out how much information you can gain from a dead animal. Not just how it died, but what killed it, whether it had bacteria, what was in its guts, even the environment it lived in. So thanks to the pathology team at Maxi University for their dedication in finding answers which go towards helping our native species and their survival. And to think that one ferret did all that damage.
Terrible. But time now for our Animal Academy salute. Today going out to Brad and Tricia Stewart of Canine Rescue and Rehoming. They take homeless dogs and match them with people looking to adopt a dog.
Now, as part of the process, Brad and Trish actually visit prospective owners' homes and they check out whether it's safe and secure and whether the dog has somewhere warm to sleep. Also, they make sure the dog is suitable to the prospective owners and their family and their lifestyle.
And they offer support and advice as a follow-up. Just amazing.
Absolutely. Now remember, if you know any people or animals who deserve an Animal Academy salute, make sure you get in touch with us. tvnz.co.nz/Animal Academy and flick us a line about them.
And that's our show. Thanks very much to Chloe for helping us out and to our owner Christine. Thank you for watching and we'll see you next time.
Bye.